Oh, it's a bike night. Is it Tuesday? Yeah. Oh, I forgot my joint. Hey, John Jacobs.
Give me the microphone so I can dance like for the cheap thing.
Only one second, okay? I like this here. I like Tuesday, huh? Can I get a pack of 1/6, please? Shorts. Okay? Just one, just one. Boys today.
Hey, kitty, kitty. I don't feel like drinking today. I didn't feel good at work today. So I came home, drank half a beer, and I laid down. So I think I'm going to take a break off the transmission. I don't want to do my laundry, so I'm going to go to Ross and buy some clothes. I had a joint rolled and I forgot it. Alright, so we're just gonna waddle. I'm gonna go, gotta be careful. So look, it's 9 o'clock and it's still dark. I mean, it's still light. So I only have a little bit of money. I have $20 on my thing, and I have $30 on my Cash App card because I got a donation last night. I'm sorry I forgot who it was, and tried to look it up, so I'm not sure. I know MR, he always does a 777, so I know one was from MR, but I'm not sure who the other one was from. I'm guessing maybe Debbie Godfrey. But I'm not sure because it doesn't say. And there's probably a way I could find out. I just don't know how to do it. All right, let me light this cigarette. So I'm going to use that money and buy me a pair of pants. Maybe a t-shirt if it's cheap enough. But hold on. I'm having a hard time fucking trusting myself here. I have to park my fucking bike outside. That's why I don't like shopping at Ross. 'Cause so I should probably lock my bike up, both of them, so. But I've heard a couple people, their bikes disappear over here, so. That's not something I want to hear. I'm trying to buy some clothes. Ross's management are such fucking whatever. Hey Charlotte, Mindhunter. And I can't afford it to go to the other store. I do have that that jersey. I don't want to wear it to work, but I'm gonna have to wear something on. We gotta pay attention at this light because It's a weird light. So the lights, it's not one side goes this way and when the other side goes that way. Kind of oddball light. I don't want to hear your shit, faggot. Some Mexicans eyeballing me and talking to the wind. That light's red, this one's green. I'm gonna go. So I hope everyone's having a good night. It's Tuesday. I am not drinking today. I have like half a beer at home. I might drink it. I don't know. Alright, someone else brought their bike in. Well, how come this person has their bike? So you don't like Indians, only whoever fucking bike that is. They're full of shit. So who gets a special privilege? I don't have a $50 bike. My front tire is worth more than that whole fucking bike. Hey. I don't know if this guy's gonna fuck me, but I'm not in the mood. Right, missing the light off my bike at $60 goddamn fucking dollars. Is this for girls? These are weird Levi's. Those are different. fucking place. Alright, let me look. Son of a bitch. So management, they act like a bunch of, I don't know, new bikes. I don't fucking see anything. God damn it. What is this? I gotta pay attention. I should lock my whole bike up. Alright, hold on. 33s. $34, $36. Some kind of boot cut. Levi's. Those are skinny. These are shorts. Okay, I think I'm just gonna get these. Good Levi's. I can't see made in Lebanon. I can't see the name of the country. Lesotho, I don't know that country. So someone else gets to bring their bike in. I hate to be an ass and grind on his ass. It should be your ass, not his. Right? The light that disappears is worth more than his whole fucking bike. Hello.
Would you like a bag?
I don't think so. I'm just gonna put it by thing.
Are you paying cash or card?
The card. I want to see if this card works.
1856, you can card. Are you alive?
Huh?
Are you
Yeah. Okay, awesome. We're good?
Yeah, there you go. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you so much. There's a t-shirt. All right. Have a good day.
You too.
All right. So I got some pants. I was gonna get a shirt, but a little too upset. Hey, Tim Lee. You know. All right, got me a pair of pants. I don't know if the other Ross let me in. They have another one. I don't think they act like such a tight ass. So we have this Burger King here, and I guess it caught on fire a couple years ago, and they still haven't opened it up. So I don't think they're ever going to open it up. I don't know if I have enough money to eat here. I gotta find out.
Puta madre. Y me dice, Chilo,
Hey, Kelly.
eso sí, voy a pedir tu registro al interno porque que no tienes una licencia, me dice, te voy a dar
I think I have it right here.
de alta velocidad, te voy a dar una advertencia. Y me llamó el alemán. Me llamo Alejandro que
All right, 1 minute. Alright, Panda Express. Hey, Icy. So they said if you sign up on their app, you get like 25% off or something. Alright, so we're just gonna waddle home. I was not feeling good at work today, so. So I think I'm gonna take a break from drinking. We went to this barbecue, and you know the menu, it says, you know, $14, $15. When I went there, they charged me $20. And I said, what is that, the lunch menu? They said, yeah, no. So I don't go there anymore. They said Oliver's has a barbecue, a really good one, but I don't see it there all the time. But everybody says that. I don't think it was worth the $20 barbecue for whatever it was. So this lot, it looks like houses. They could be condos, but this went up pretty quick. Looks like there's a little bit of development going on here. Well, that's good. I think I'll have a good meal at Panda Express. I was like, I don't really have much of an appetite. My stomach is all messed up. So this place is closed and the other one is closed. I wonder if they just close early. This one has got Peruvian food, and I'm not sure what kind of food that is, but we have a deli, so we went in there and got breakfast burrito a couple times. This is our cheapest gas. It's $4.79. At the other place, it's around $4.99. I think gas is going back up. Alright, now I can relax. The days are getting long. So Charlotte, do you know who gave me the donations yesterday? Was it MR? And did Deb give me a donation? I don't know, because I was not paying any attention at all. But it saved me because I got a pair of Levi's. Alright, we went and got some cat food. We went to the feed store. They got different kind of cat food. They wanted $25 for 12 cans of food, and I was like, you know, I don't think I'm ready to spoil them that much. So we just got them Friskies. Tiger, is that you? Or is that the new kitty? Kitty. Oh, that's a new kitty. It's pretty. Okay. Right now we can chill out. I have to empty my fridge. Alright, we got some Panda Express. It didn't spill all over the place, which is really good. So look, the good thing is the pants are a lot cheaper. They're not 501s. But these are a new kind of Levi's. signature. Boot cut. So I gotta get me some boots. And it says they're made in a weird country. Is this how you spell the country's name? Right? Hey, Crow Minion. Jeb, okay. I just want to thank her. NW. Haven't really watched it. Once in a while I'll jump in and I'll say hi to Young and Nini. Lesotho. Alexa, where is Lesotho? Alexa, where is Lesotho?
Lesotho is a country in southern Africa with a population of 2,320,000. It shares a border with South Africa. Its capital is Nazaré.
So it's a country next to South Africa. They look fun. Hello, kitty kitty. I don't really have a shirt. I have a long sleeve shirt. It might be a little cold tomorrow, so I might just wear this. Alright, I got something to wear, thank goodness. Alright, let's smoke some pot and then I'll eat. So I got orange chicken. Right. Spoon. Alright, let's smoke some pot first. Oh, that looks wonderful. Water. My stomach's upset. So we got this Icelandic water, right? Imported from Iceland. So pristine natural Icelandic spring water filtered over the ages through basalt and lava and bottled daily from a self-replenishing source. Nothing added or taken out. Right? Spring water. Alright, let's smoke some pot. Hello, kitty kitties. Spot. Hello, Blue. Hello. Meow. Can I smoke really quick? Hello, Spot. Meow. So the little varmints are here. Hello, Spot. Hello, Blue. Are you hungry? Yes, that's how you spell it. Lesotho. So, they make Levi's all over the place, but you used to be able to go into like Goodwill or Salvation Army, I'm sure you still can get lucky. And you can find Levi's made in America. But they're probably 10, 20 years old. Oh, because we saw something about World War II vets in France or something on the news. And that's what they were talking about. D-Day, yeah. Normandy. I guess we lost so many people in that place. Oh, Nino, you're gonna make shopping bags? Well, that sounds neat. Thank you, Tim Lee, for that. Spot. Spot. Hello, Spot. Blue. Meow. So we're smoking the tiger's milk. Bubba Kush. Meow. Meow. He's gonna go inside, the little varmint. Hello, Spot. We watched this movie, right? It was, what vampire movie was it? Oh, The Brides of Dracula. Spot. Meow. Spot. 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 Okay, today you get liver with turkey and chicken. What do you think? Spot. Yeah. Come on, Spot. Come on. Look, you eat over here. This is for Spot. You guys eat. Spot, come on. Come on, Spot. Cats, they don't listen. Huh? What's your problem? You don't like liver? Huh? You better eat that stuff. Look, silly cats. Apparently. I don't know what they do. Blue doesn't like it. Tiger does. Spot is over there. I have to feed him separate. I don't know where Tiger is. Oh, here comes Tiger. Tiger. I'm too lazy to go over there and pet him. Shit. Socks is hiding over there. I'm not sure why. Yeah. I call him Blue, so. I think he's Russian, but I don't give a shit. So Rosie must have fed them because they're not that hungry. Baby Socks comes later, and then Spot comes late around this time. She came really late last night. I have to feed them separate. Right. His name is Blue Baba Dee Baba Die Baba Dee Baba Die Baba Dee Baba Die Baba something, right? But we call him Blue for short. Tiger, you better eat that liver. Yum, yum. It'd be different. Spot! Spot! Come on, Spot. Okay, here comes Spot. Come on, Spot. Hello, Tiger. Hello, Tiger. 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 So we got cats everywhere. Spot is over here. Baby Socks is over there. Blue and Tiger are over here. Now, if I had, really, they're not my cats at all. We just feed them. Then I could probably buy whatever it costs. But when you got 4, yeah, do the math. No, I can't spend that much money. That's like 3 days. But that's what it... No, I don't want to spend that much. So... that's about what it costs, about $8 if I go over there. So it's the same fucking thing. I'd rather spend $8 a day than $24 in one day. Because and then if I get it the cheaper kind, you get 4 for $5, right? So depends on how they come. Give them 2, maybe 3 cans of food, because if I feed them first and Spot comes late, then it's an extra can, and then we always have one for the morning, so they only get 1 can for breakfast. But Spot and Baby Socks doesn't show up every morning. These other 2 varmints are here every morning. Yep, cat scratch fever. They had that record over there, but I didn't buy it. Crow Minion. This is it's called Tiger's Milk. So he said it's Bubba Kush crossed with something else. I don't remember. As soon as I heard Bubba Kush, I was like, okay, sold. Because we were like that strain. Tiger. So look, these guys are just looking, but Spot's eating. But look, Blue's just looking at Spot. Like, can I have some? And Spot is all like, that's my food. See, look how big Blue is compared to Spot. Spot and Tiger, I mean, Baby Socks is little cats. And Tiger looks okay. He looks pretty good size. Oh, pet name. Okay, like I have a hard time seeing. I thought you said pot name, right? Pot name first. I'm all like, oh, I'm smoking Bubba Kush. She's all, pet names. Put your glasses on. You call him Cheesy? I've had black cats, so I call them Shadow, and they all have the same name. So we've had Shadow the first, we've had Shadow the second, and we had Shadow the third, right? The first Shadow, we got him from the Burbank Animal Rescue. Oh, look, he ran inside, that fucker. His name was Figaro, like the opera singer or some shit. But then I changed his name to Shadow. And then got another cat, a black cat. So his name was Shadow. And then the poor little cat in Topanga Canyon just started letting me pet him. Right? Tiger. 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 Oh, he's right here, look. Are you behaving, Tiger? He likes to chill out right there. Okay, see, and then look. Spot didn't even eat everything. I probably spooked her. She ate enough. So I had this cat from Topanga Canyon, and it was a wild cat, but I couldn't hold it, but I could pet it. And then the cat would start going like this against my leg, and I'd pet it, and I couldn't pick it up, but I could feed it, and I could pet it. It was much more loving, not like these guys, like, don't touch me, I'm eating, don't bother me, right? She was a nice cat. Meow. And like I could pet it, show some affection. And then the coyotes must have got it, or something happened, disappeared. Spots. Meow, Spots. So we weren't too happy because we wanted to bring it up to Humboldt, right? And I know this sounds kind of sad, but we could pawn it off on Miss Jenna because Monkey needed a girlfriend, right? And Monkey, he'd fall in love with my cat, right? So that one kind of bothered me. It hurt me. The little cat disappeared. Cooper. Oh wow, that's an old cat. So my first cat, he was like a Siamese. I think he was mixed, but he looked like a Siamese. We called him Lucky. And then I did have a cat named Tiger. We would call it Tigger. And I didn't know. Came home one day and there's a bunch of cats, baby cats, on my bed. So then we changed his name to Mr. Tiger. Shit. So we had a tiger before. So also rescued this one cat. We called it Wicket for some reason. Like, what are those little creatures called on Star Wars? Are they Wickets? I think that's what they're called. I don't know. So this poor cat, he was fucked up because saved him. He got caught in some kind of rope or something, and the poor thing's neck was all fucked up. Oh no, his eye was fucked up. So one of his eyes was all fucked up. That's what it, but he did get caught in the rope. But so I don't know, we called him Wicket for some reason. Oh, is that right, Kling? That's awesome. So we had Wicket, Lucky, Tiger, Mr. Tiger. And then, for some reason, everybody liked the baby cat, so everybody took them. Like, didn't really have a problem getting rid of them. And then Shadows. So this cat's a new cat too. It looks like Spot, but there's no Spot. It pretty much looks like Spot. She got a belly. You better not be pregnant. So it's a new cat. So there's two new cats that come to eat. One's black, got a fluffy tail. Pretty. For some reason I think they're both girls. We don't want no girls. This one looks like Spot, got a belly. Is eating like a little savage. Look at the thing. It's a savage. We spooked it. That's awesome. So that cat looks just pretty much like Spot, but it doesn't have a spot, and it has a belly, right? That's how we can tell it, because his belly always hanging down. Blue's a little piglet. Isn't it weird? Like, so the puppies, right? Let me get a cigarette. So the puppies are cats. You know, like you have a dog, and one dog will be skinny, the other dog will just eat, right? Looking for my cigarettes. I could have sworn I bought some cigarettes. Oh, Tiger. I bought some cigarettes. I don't know where they are. Darn it. Okay. Just get this one. I'm gonna smoke the cigarette and go inside. Hi, Tiger. Are you chilling out inside, Tiger? Hello, Tiger. Do I believe in aliens? Well, if that's what you want to call them. I mean, I've never seen one except on TV. But I think with all, you know, it's like the universe is alive, right? Do you think we're just like the only God-given, you know, planet? And you've seen all the suns, so there's 100 billion suns and 100 more billion planets. And if you have water and sun and stuff like that, life will grow. I think that when, like, I don't know how they say millions or billions of years ago, here comes the cat. So there was more volcanoes and stuff. The world was different. And then we had ice ages and all this stuff. So animals disappear, other ones, new animals come. So whatever they were breathing from the volcano, that's why it made them bigger, or dinosaurs or whatever, right? Because people, we can't breathe the same stuff as dinosaurs. I think they breathe different air, volcano air or something. So another planet, just like in the ocean where they have those heat vents, and they go, nothing could live in there, but stuff does. You know, and they research that stuff for other planets, you know. And then the way they talk about it, well, Mars or this might have water, and that's all you need, you know. I think if you're a smart robot or a Martian or alien, whatever, You could be like Star Trek. Computer, can I have a Heineken? And then Heineken, or water. So let's just say I'm on vacation in Jupiter, right? And I have to go to Switzerland to get some ice water. I just go, computer, some Swiss spring water, right? Beam me up or beam me down or something. So, I am one who thinks that there's definitely, things out there. We just have no clue. And, so there's the other cat. Spot is eating. See, the other cat is, see, they all know each other. So the other cat, I don't know that cat. But it looks like Spot, except it's a little different. Spot is gray. This cat is more dark. But I don't know if you can see it. It looks like it has a belly. Oh no, that's Tiger. Oh, wrong cat. That's Tiger. Blue's over here. Maybe that's the new cat. I think maybe that's a new cat. So it looks like Spot, right? Yeah, that's the cat. So this is a new cat. So, it doesn't seem too far flung, because they always go, well, they called gods and, things that fly from the heavens and stuff. So, who knows? Some of our lost civilizations are, we have no idea. We speculate on what they believed in and think we know their language and everything about them, but no, it's not. You can't do that. So we have no fucking idea. And, I'm sure if I've seen some things, the things that I've saw are always look military. So I haven't seen anything that, like these pilots see and stuff like that. So I think that's a new kitty. And I don't think they like humans. They must be scared of us. Because they said, fuck that, we're not making friends with them fucking human beings. They said they're all insane. Crazy. They said, we don't act like that on our planet, whatever planet they come from. So they hide. Well, this one's the new one. It's like a baby cat. Is that Spot? No. It's not. See, there's no Spot. But it looked like Spot. Hey, have you seen Spot? See, it got belly. Look at it. Tiger, he's over here. So they come and go. We used to have Hopper, and there was a baby Spot, and there was another cat, a couple other ones, and I don't know what happened to them. I lost my cigarettes. Can you believe it? I have to take out the trash because it's trash day. Alright, can't forget. Alright, you guys eat. I think I'm gonna eat. Oh, but I don't want you to see me eat. Oh, here comes the little varmint. Look at him. He thinks he could just come in and roam around. Make yourself at home. Oh, you smell the chicken. That's what it is. These suckers. You don't like Panda Express. You guys don't want Panda Express. Alright, let me try to pay attention. So, I'm not drunk today. Oh, don't look at my mess. Alright. Panda Express. So, we got soy sauce. So, we gotta say grace, give thanks for this wonderful meal. Bless this food and this day. Amen. So, we got, teriyaki chicken. Oh, you want a noodle? You want some soy sauce? We love soy sauce. I'm going to empty the trash. Tiger's just chilling out. All right, come here. Tiger. Little varmints. Yes, I seem to have been behaving, but it's hard to trust them. They're so sneaky. But Tiger, he runs inside now, and then he just sits on that box, right? And Blue just looks at me like, "Can I have some more?" We watch a lot of the UFO stuff, but we never see any real Martians.
Mention the phrase UFO crash, and Roswell, New Mexico immediately comes to mind. It is the most famous UFO incident of all time, and marks the year 1947 as the
So, in the newspapers before, they would have a lot of things like that in the newspaper.
And away we go. Hey, so best way to see the world is to experience it. With travel upgrades and private events from Chase Sapphire Reserve. Chase, make more of what's yours.
California's community schools, where parents and families, students and educators make decisions as one.
So we got rice
Based on
and
needs of
chow
their
mein.
students, and assisting families with wellness centers, food pantries, and parental education. Reimagining college
We got orange
education.
chicken and
The
teriyaki
beginning of the
chicken.
modern UFO era. But few people realize it wasn't America's first UFO-related incident. 2 weeks before Roswell, another UFO incident took place over Puget Sound in Washington state. But there are two key differences between this crash in Washington
Maybe it was a
and
dinosaur.
Roswell.
Okay.
2 people were killed,
With
and there
little
is still physical evidence
Tyrannosaurus
left
arm
behind.
and flying the stop sign.
Found some of the wreck.
UFO Magazine is one of the leading UFO phenomena publications. For more than 22 years, the publishers have gathered an unprecedented archive of eyewitness accounts, video footage, and never-before-seen documents.
In the world of UFO reports, you got 90% of them total bull. The fact is there are 10% that are absolutely real.
In October 2007, based on brand new leads, they reopened the investigation.
Nobody has been able to solve this case.
From underwater retrieval of unknown material, possibly jettisoned by a UFO,
You can't leave any stone unturned.
to the discovery of unidentified debris buried deep within a remote forest,
Is this a UFO site?
Hey guys, check this out.
and analysis of evidence from a confirmed crash site.
Whoa! Whoa! Are we safe?
Is there a logical explanation, or is there a connection between this case and the Roswell incident? Science weighs in.
He reported a UFO and it resulted in a very tragic event.
For the first time on television, what you are about to see is case number 47001, the UFO before Roswell.
Oh look, they got eggs.
June 21st, 1947. Over 2 weeks before Roswell,
Summer solstice.
Logger Harold Dahl, along with his 15-year-old son and 2 crewmen, are on a boat in Puget Sound near Maury Island, Washington.
It's near Tacoma,
It is a lazy
Washington.
day and
On
an
the coast.
otherwise unremarkable summer. But at 2 p.m., that all changed. Suddenly, 6 bright metallic donut-shaped discs about 100 feet in diameter appear overhead. One of the craft seems to be malfunctioning. It shudders and tips at precarious angles and appears to be ready to crash into the water. Suddenly, it ejects what is described as a massive amount of steaming metallic debris into the sound and onto the beach. The debris crashed down onto Dahl's boat, breaking his son's arm and killing his dog. According to their report, the ejection of the material appeared to fix the problem. The 5 other discs then arranged themselves into a formation around the malfunctioning ship, and they all sped off out of sight in total silence. Dahl and his crew gather some of the debris from the water and
Oh,
from the beach. This event
It
was
spit some
reported
out.
to
Now
local
the
police.
dog
testimony
died, but
of
it
all
probably
4
an alien.
witnesses was consistent.
Is he
However,
gonna
all
live in the
witnesses
dog?
are now deceased.
Pat? Yeah. Good morning. Yes. Well, is your gear all packed and ready to go?
about. Almost
Okay, good. We have a big case today. We're headed up to Maury Island.
I'm Bill Burns. I'm the publisher of UFO Magazine, the only magazine for UFOs in print continuously since 1986. And I've been investigating UFOs for 20 years.
We have a really great break in a 60-year-old case that's been lingering, that's been a mystery for 60 years, right here in the state of Washington on Maury Island.
Maury Island, that's the case that started the modern day UFO wave. My name is Pat Usker. I'm a frequent contributor to UFO Magazine. My job is tracking down documents and talking to witnesses.
Maury Island, 2 weeks before Roswell, guy out in the boat,
sees 6 craft, they drop something on his boat, hurt his son, kill his dog, damage the boat. We've had a break in the case. After 60 years, we found some of the wreckage. For the first time, we can actually bring stuff back into the lab.
I'll need photographs, archaeological measurements, and samples. Get me samples from the beach, from underwater, from the aircraft site. Get me pieces of the aircraft, samples from the earth around the aircraft. Anything you can get me, I'll analyze it. I'm Dr. Ted Ackworth. I'm a precision metrologist. I have a PhD in mechanical engineering. I study the data, I make an unbiased analysis, and I come to an objective conclusion. Excellent.
Jeff, your job is going to be going out with us. Pat's going to go in the water. You're going to go out and help collect the material and interview witnesses.
We'll bring out some soil samples, some of the debris samples. We'll bring them back to the lab. I'm Jeffrey Tomlinson. I'm currently doing research in planetary biology and geological phenomena. Scientific inquiry is my mission.
This is it.
Planetary biology.
Nobody has been able to solve this case in 60 years, but we will.
Puget Sound is a huge complex of bays, shallows, and islands.
Yum, yum.
Hello, Leonard Abbott here, with One Change at a Time, and we are here at the beautiful Dumont Center in New Rochelle. Our
And islands, totaling 2,800 square miles of inland marine waters. The team will be going to the waters off the south shore of Maury Island, 47 degrees 35 minutes north, 122 degrees 46 minutes west, approximately 7 miles north of Tacoma.
You want some
Our
close
first
up?
task is to try to recover some of the material that the UFO jettisoned. Harold Dahl described the material as a sort of metallic slag, and he was very specific about where his boat was when he saw the UFOs. My hope is that I can dive into Puget Sound, survey the bottom, and locate some of this debris.
The debris, or slag, retrieved by Harold Dahl and his crew was reported to be dark stone, lava-like in appearance, with metallic properties. Some have speculated it was in some way connected with the disk's propulsion system. A jet experiencing difficulty will dump its fuel to lighten the load and lessen the chance of fire during an emergency landing. Was this mysterious disk following the same protocol?
Is that water look cold to you?
Oh, it's cold to me.
probably about 50 degrees on the surface.
The team is joined by UFO researcher Ronnie Leone to help comb the large area. Pat will be diving into Puget Sound looking for debris. The search area is approximately 6,000 square feet and up to 60 feet deep.
We are approaching the area where the Maury Island UFO incident occurred. The incident involved the dropping of slag from some kind of aerial vehicle into the water and on the beach. I'll be diving, going into the water to look for evidence, maybe at the bottom. The slag is some sort of molten metal. It's basically the same principle as lava. I'm thinking it was metal, liquid metal that was somehow ejected from whatever craft this was, and now might look like rock. The evidence is strong that something real happened here, that maybe there was a UFO incident here, and maybe I will find something, but I can't know until we check it out.
The team is considering a theory. Is it possible the unidentified objects could actually have been nothing more than planes flying in formation?
I'm pretty sure this wasn't an aircraft. It didn't look like an aircraft because it was donut-shaped. It dropped something. Aircraft don't usually drop
those are
something.
seals?
It damaged the boat, it killed the dog, and it injured the son's arm. The day was clear,
Something
so he would have
poking
known
its head out of the
what he was
water.
looking at on a clear day. No, I'm pretty convinced this was an unidentified object and not an aircraft.
Pat questions whether the debris will still be at the site.
60 years have passed.
Right.
I wonder what the chances are of some of these pieces of slag still being there.
Pat is a certified scuba diver with more than 18 years experience.
They say a lot of UFOs go in the water around Catalina Island.
Is reported to appear and feel like lava rock, with a porous surface and jagged serrated edges.
You remember all them aircraft? It looked like a UFO, right? It made a V. Pretty much, you go, oh, it's government, right?
Freaking cold.
And then it was yesterday's news. Nobody paid attention. They said, oh, it's nothing, right? But we don't know what it was.
And I picked up a few rocks.
About 9 lights, like made a V in the sky over Phoenix.
Climb up, get warm, get your body temperature back to 80. Saw some stones on the ground that may be related to slag somehow. Yeah, in doing an investigation like this, you can't leave any stone unturned.
Coming up, is this a piece of material jettisoned by a UFO in 1947?
And the other theory is
Oh, it looks like slag.
Pieces of extraterrestrial slag.
And could it be?
Is there any volcanoes?
Debris somehow caused the deaths of 2 military officers sent to investigate the UFO sighting.
Oh, they sent 2 officers to investigate. I think they disappeared.
1947, over 2 weeks before the reported UFO crash at Roswell, New Mexico, 3 men and a teenage boy on a boat in Puget Sound watched as a donut-shaped metallic UFO, apparently experiencing some sort of malfunction, jettisoned dark lava-like slag just before it stabilized and reportedly zoomed off. Working from the testimony of Harold Dahl, the captain of the boat, the team has located the spot where the debris fell into the water.
Oh, it's the otter.
You got some samples
It's
down
the
there?
otter.
Soil. I thought it couldn't hurt.
Well, we could classify these pretty quickly, I'm sure. Oh, hold on, gentlemen. This is very interesting right here. This fits the description of black lava type. I mean, if you look at the structure, just look at the surface
Iron.
structure on it, the texture. Look at compared to the rest of the samples. But this one is definitely unique. This is exactly the description of what we're hearing, and it fits the profile.
The team moves from the dive site to the beach.
We use Redwood Credit Union services for our auto and
Skyroad water.
We've banked with them in the past, and they're very easy to work with.
It has been a good experience because since we walk in the door, they were super friendly, super helpful, and they make us feel like family, that they truly care.
Redwood Credit Union was extremely helpful with thinking outside the box to help us get to the finish line. It's allowed us the flexibility to achieve our financial goals. I would definitely recommend RCU through family and friends just because of the pleasant experience that we've had and the presence that they have here in the local.
In order to comb the debris field completely, the team divides the area into a grid of 3-foot by 3-foot sections, beginning at the beach and traveling up the hillside.
Anything there, Bill?
Interesting crystal, look at this.
I'm looking for any kind of rock that would appear like it was some sort of byproduct of a sort of metallic smelting process. Something that was so hot, it melted, liquefied, was ejected or dropped from a donut-shaped UFO.
It fuses into another rock.
Somehow landing on the shore here.
300 feet from the shore, Ronnie finds an L-shaped object, approximately 14 inches long, that seems to fit the description.
One really interesting piece that I found is a piece of slag, I think. Again, we have to really examine it.
Very interesting.
This I found way up there, up in the hill, which is this spot here. And that's I think, is the path that if the object was starting to take off, it would have projected this way. What'd you come up with, Pat?
I found it sufficiently interesting. It's kind of striated, it's kind of twisted. It looks like it may have been dripping, like oozing, if it was molten at one time and maybe solidify when it cooled.
We found a few pieces on the beach that seem to match the slag that we found in Puget Sound. Lab tests will confirm this or not. We're going to be talking to George Early. He knows these cases. More importantly, he's spoken to
The lady gave me
people in the area,
a good amount of food.
the ins and outs of these cases and the details that few people could know just from reading books. When he comes,
Brett, look how much food she gave
hi
me.
George, pull up a log.
Thank you, Bill.
George Early is a UFO researcher and longtime resident of the
One
Pacific
time,
Northwest.
we went.
He was brought in at 18
We
because
went
he
to
has
this
encyclopedic
Panda
knowledge of
Express
this
in
case
Vegas
and
near
the events that
Chinatown.
resulted from this encounter. This is the first time George Early has spoken publicly about his
Oh my
research
God, they
into this
didn't give you
case.
any food.
Fellow named
It was like,
Harold saw
what is this? Country Club Panda Express?
donuts. About 100
I didn't say anything, but I wasn't too happy. I was like, I'm never going to go eat at Panda Express again. But it was just that one thing, would just give you a little Dixie cup of rice and a little,
which apparently was red hot.
you get a couple pieces of meat. And I was like, what happened, Panda Express?
If the dog killed the dog. According to Early,
We don't want
the story of
Chinese
the
servings.
UFO incident reached the Air Force, and 2 intelligence officers were sent to retrieve the possible UFO debris.
The Air Force intelligence people who came were given a box or so of fragments, which they took kind of reluctantly, but they took them back.
So the Air Force B-25 leaves.
Yum, yum.
Heads back to where? Hamilton?
Hamilton Field in California. They went out of McCord Field and they headed south, reportedly at 10,000 feet.
So they're 10,000 feet, and that's when problems start to happen.
Yeah.
According to official Air Corps reports, on August 1st, 1947, 40 days after the incident, Harold Dahl reported that he was visited by, quote, 2 military intelligence officers who took from him the pieces of debris he and his men collected. The officers brought the specimens on board a B-25 bomber, which was to take them from McCord Air Force Base in Tacoma, Washington, to Hamilton Air Force Base in Northern California. What happened in the minutes after takeoff is the biggest mystery of the Maury Island incident. The plane had been thoroughly inspected and overhauled just 2 weeks before. Yet 20 minutes after taking off, the plane crashed in the remote wilderness outside of Kelso, Washington. 2 passengers parachuted to safety, but the 2 pilots died in the crash. According to official Air Corps reports, the plane was brought down by a fire in an internal junction box. But some UFO researchers believe the UFO debris in the cargo hold may have triggered a series of events that brought the plane down.
Tiger. We've done enough here. We're off to Kelso. Kelso is where the plane wreckage is.
Tiger.
We're going to do a grid search.
Meow.
We're going to look for plane parts. We're going to walk the area.
The answer is me.
Hold on.
Kelso.
Indeed. Off to Kelso.
No.
On the way to the Kelso crash site, Pat insists the team stop at the library to see if town archives could provide further information about the crash.
So, Pat, what have you found?
Check this out. You were right.
I was right.
The summer of 47 was swimming with saucers. The skies were alive with flying saucers. Look at this. Flying discs now seen.
So I guess they like Panda Express.
Mysterious objects in the sky first began to surface when Kenneth Arnold reported seeing 9 silvery discs flying over Mount Rainier 3 days after the Maury Island sighting. His story made headlines all over the country. But
All right, watch out, you little varmints.
an even bigger story takes center stage.
All right, I gotta empty the trash. I got a bunch of trash.
Let's go over this first and see what we can see.
Tens of thousands visit the Museum of Modern Art each week. With originals by Get Your Guide, you can visit the museum before the doors open. Book now, exclusively at Get Your Guide. Unforgettable travel experiences.
Wow, yeah, look at this thing. Okay, that's enough. Check this out.
I was checking it out earlier, and I found a doesn't want to watch how history of the plant was. A Lieutenant Brown's nephew, or great nephew, his name is Barry Fisher. Wow, what are the odds on this? Let's call him. Let's see if we can hook up with Nicole. Let's bring him to the site.
Coming up, the team scours the B-25 crash site for evidence.
There's not a lot of it left, but it's still here.
And find something they hadn't expected.
So we got a hotbed here.
On August 1st, 1947, after a reported UFO event, 2 military intelligence officers board an Air Force B-25 bomber to bring mysterious pieces of metallic debris, supposedly jettisoned by a UFO, back to Hamilton Air Force Base for analysis. A mere 20 minutes after takeoff, an intense fire of unknown origin breaks out inside the plane. One of the survivors who parachuted to safety later recalled that the fire was so intense and spread so quickly that there was no time to try to put it out. Could this fire possibly be connected to the samples of mysterious debris the plane was carrying? The program has decided to examine the remains of the plane wreckage to see if the crash is somehow connected to the UFO sighting off Maury Island.
We made the trip from Maury Island up here to Kelso. We're investigating the crash of the B-25 in this area. This is a really puzzling case. I mean, is it all coincidence that there was a huge UFO incident and then a crash after the officers investigated that incident? Maybe I'll have some answers today. We'll find out.
Here you are, guys. Garth. Hi. Garth. Good to see you, my friend. Mr. Baldwin, how are you?
Garth Baldwin is a Washington State archaeologist and expert on the topography and history of the Kelso area. For the first time, the team is getting a look at the site of the actual plane wreck. If reports are correct, this site may contain UFO debris.
This is the Gold Creek Valley where the crash took place. The left wing came down in the open valley just over here around the corner. If you want to go take a look at that.
Yes, sir. Garth is a professional archaeologist. He'll be helping us examine this area. That's really what we need to do to make this investigation the best that it can be. We need to bring in the pros. In this case, we have the guy to examine the wreckage.
This is where the left wing came off. It came off from the fire at the engine. So the plane lost its left wing, and then I would guess the wing dropped off, and the weight of the other engine as well as its trajectory dropped it this way, and it slingshotted or boomerang right into the, and it is right around the corner. The crash site is right around that corner there in those trees.
At approximately 2:20 a.m., the plane came in from the northeast.
Well, that was pretty good.
The debris field could radiate as far as 1,000 feet from the center point.
This B-25 was carrying some kind of mystery slag from Maury Island. That's the connection here. If there was nothing going on in Maury Island, if there was no slag, if there was no incident, why would these officers be wasting their time carrying slag on their B-25?
In the weeks after the crash, over 300 volunteers removed much of the debris as part of a military operation. What makes this crash so intriguing is that the circumstances surrounding the crash were recorded in the press. According to the Kelsonian Tribune, quote, "The close guard which Army officers established around the crash scene and their refusal to permit any pictures to be taken of the wreckage added to the belief that the plane was carrying secret cargo." But could there be some evidence of this secret cargo left behind?
Could the plane have come down from mechanical failure? Sure it could have. But we also know that the B-25 Mitchell bomber was notoriously difficult to fly. But there are other facts of this case as well. What was the plane carrying? What was the nature of the material the plane was carrying? This is all evidence we have to examine to figure out why this plane went down.
The team begins searching the site of the plane crash. They face several obstacles in their search.
Garth, where are we? We're just about there.
The crash happened 60 years ago.
He's got like some really...
is where the crash impact area was.
And
like
the crash
badass
site is in the middle
metal
of the
detector.
wilderness, where the vegetation grows very thick and very quickly.
This is the focus of the crash. It's focused right into this little ravine, like a baseball glove. Caught that airplane. Pow.
Finally, the high levels of groundwater makes the soil unstable, and the debris may have sunk deeper underground.
Well, here's the center point of the material that we found out here and that's been reported. Wow. This is about our focus, centroid, if you will. This would be either the framing the motor was hung on, or the protective cage around the nose, maybe. It's aircraft aluminum. The metal structure on this is ferrous metal, like steel, which is unusual for most parts of an aircraft.
Let's see what it picks up.
Yeah.
So we got a hotbed here in the area.
Experian Boost raised my credit score by 12 points instantly, which is insane.
So I raised my score by 21 points instantly.
So the cats are
literally
happy.
as soon as I pressed the button.
Boost your credit scores
I'm gonna
instantly.
smoke
Free
some pot.
only at
I think I
Experian.com/boost.
cleaned up. Did clean up.
Make an investment in your
I
health.
found it here. I
Your
found it
sleep
here.
with a new mattress at Ashley. Plus, we have special financing options
Cheese,
available to fit
right?
every budget. Visit your local Ashley store or Ashley.com for better sleep and savings today.
How long does cheese stay good? I've had it for like a month.
Of the wreckage. We have some materials that are definitively from the B class, the B series planes. There's not a lot of it left, but it's still here. It's obviously aircraft. There's enough aircraft aluminum here. There's stabilizers on it.
Oh, you missed the
Looks
Phoenix
like,
lights?
some kind of torque bars. There's this.
Right?
flashing
Wasn't that weird?
indicator of,
Hey, Reza.
Heating, yeah, for heat flashing.
Right beneath our feet could be the first real physical evidence of UFOs. If there was something strange in the cargo bay of that crash.
Oh, look, I have a donut.
I
I don't have any candy, but look, I have a donut.
As quoted in the Department
I didn't eat it
of
this
Justice's
morning.
Trace
Easy.
Evidence Recovery Guidelines, Locard's exchange principle states that whenever two objects come into contact, a transfer of material will always occur.
If we could find what could have been UFO slag inside the plane that caused the fire, that was near the very hot spot where the fire started, then we'd be able to find the evidence that UFOs were on the plane.
The team creates a circular grid emanating from what Garth has determined is the center. Because environmental law prohibits digging up the soil, the team uses markers to plot points of interest.
There might be a certain pattern that might come out, so I'm more interested in finding something that the aircraft was carrying that caused all the military to come out and do a complete thorough search.
Yeah.
Hey guys, check this out. We got some rubber here.
Is that more your insulation?
Tiger, he likes to sit over here.
These samples will be sent back to the laboratory in Los Angeles and tested for anomalies.
Hey, we got a couple soil samples. Oh, great. This one's at the base of the crash.
Super.
This one is from the bank.
Okay, great.
We've got so much equipment that they didn't have back in 1947. Even though the Army sent out 300 searchers to comb this area, their technology wasn't as sophisticated as what we have now. We've got much more sensitive metal detectors, and we're bringing in ground-penetrating radar to actually see what's going on beneath the Earth. Plus, we've got Garth, who's devised the master plan for this search.
Ground penetration stuff.
The ground-penetrating radar system has an operating depth of approximately 25 feet. The system sends and receives signals to create a 3D underground image of the crash site. Rod Shaw, a specialist from Georadar Imaging, operates the ground-penetrating radar system. This system will let the team see what lies under the forest floor. The team wonders if the UFO debris was so hot, could it have burned its way deep into the earth below the range of metal detectors?
After you collect all this data and have it stored on the hard drive and stuff, what is the next step?
When you do the scan, you end up with two files.
You're taking the inner Cardinals file to make the 3D cube.
Right, that was pretty neat because that looked like real UFOs.
Each area twice, each time from a slightly different angle.
And then everyone didn't care. It was like yesterday's news.
Slightly different images.
Where wants the new Martian?
Representation of what lies below the surface of the ground. As Rob continues mapping what lies below the Earth's surface, the team gathers pieces of the B-25. Coming up, science answers some questions and raises many more.
The mystery still lingers.
And the team discovers that not all the evidence is buried. Some of it is alive.
Barry?
The team from UFO Magazine.
Maybe there's little green men that live there, right?
UFO-related crash site outside Kelso, Washington. They have set up a search grid and scanned with ground-penetrating radar.
But they're as big as an ant.
Take almost like an X-ray picture of it.
The images from the radar were inconclusive due to the amount of overgrown vegetation and the uneven nature of the terrain.
So the data we're getting from the GPR, the ground-penetrating radar, this device really shows us inconclusive data. In fact, the ground, the terrain, it's really difficult for us to physically move the device. And on top of that, the ground is oversaturated with water. It really doesn't provide us with the right amount of data that we need. It's, by all means, it's inconclusive.
The team continues its area search and gets a visitor.
Hello? Hey, are you Pat?
Barry Fisher is the grandnephew of Air Corps pilot Frank Brown, one of the pilots killed during the B-25 crash.
So good to finally meet you. Thank you so much. And hey, I brought you a couple of the copies that we spoke about on the phone. Oh, fantastic. Some of the pictures you can kind of see here. So this is your uncle? This is my great-uncle. Great-uncle Frank Brown.
During his research of the incident, he made an intriguing discovery.
Now, what's this little article here? Well, and this is something that I just came by in the last couple of days. I'm not sure where it came from, but it has his military ID up here. Now, the strange thing about it was, even though he assumed the title of second lieutenant as an intelligence officer, he was in reality a counter-espionage agent. Interesting.
Barry then says something even more surprising.
After his body was recovered, they gave his personal identification as military ID. Military ID to somebody named Kenneth Arnold. You would think that that would go back to either the military or the next of kin.
Kenneth Arnold was one of the first guys to spot UFOs over Mount Rainier, but I don't understand why he would be given the...
Oh, my battery's gonna die.
Harold Dahl witnessed the Maury Island discs on June 21st, 1947. Only 3 days later, on June 24th, flying discs are seen again only 50 miles away, this time by Kenneth Arnold. His report of 9 shiny disc-shaped UFOs flying near Mount Rainier electrified the country. His story of
Mount Rainier
was all over the U.S., making him the world's unofficial expert on UFOs.
And they say they have lots of light activity near Mount Shasta.
1947, a flying disc reportedly crashed outside Roswell, New Mexico. Is it possible that all 3 of these events are somehow related? Meanwhile, Harold Dahl remained silent about what he had seen. When he finally decided to go public, Kenneth Arnold was asked to meet with him to compare their sightings. After speaking with Dahl, Arnold believed his sighting was real and could possibly have national security consequences. Arnold contacted military intelligence, who came to Maury Island and took the UFO material.
What was the deal with Kenneth Arnold anyway? Why was he being asked to investigate UFO sightings?
After Kenneth Arnold's sighting, the entire country went UFO crazy. A week later, the Army released the story of the crash of a flying disc and its retrieval outside of Roswell, New Mexico. So the Army validated Kenneth Arnold. But because Kenneth Arnold was already the premier UFO sighter in the country, that's why he did the investigation.
After the death of Pilot Lieutenant Brown, his military identification was given to Arnold.
The more we find out about the relationship between the Kelso case and the Maury Allen case, the more we have to ask, why would the Air Force send 2 counterintelligence officers up to investigate this entire case, and why would they bring this slag material back?
Under mounting pressure, Harold Dahl recanted his testimony to the FBI on August 7, 1947. However, until his death, Dahl continued to believe the sighting was real.
There has not been a whole lot of resolution, which has kind of left a bit of a hole in the family, you know, so hopefully we can get a little bit of closure out of what you guys are doing out here.
This doesn't just exist in cyberspace or in some UFO book. This is a real event. And regardless of what Harold Dahl saw, he reported a UFO, and it resulted in a very tragic event.
Whether or not there are slag, it's a good question. In lab, I do expect that we'll find some sort of reaction with the soil, with the organic environment around here.
A link has yet
Look at how beautiful their forest is over there. It's a whole different kind of forest.
And the material that we've already collected here at Kelso, that physical link can only be established through laboratory testing.
Coming up, the evidence is put to the test. Is the idea of a plane being brought down by a UFO preposterous? Or is it possible that a piece of UFO debris could really burn through an airplane fuselage?
Stand by.
The team's experiment shows it could.
But it's not a real piece of
it.
it.
2007, with evidence in hand, the team arrives in Los Angeles at the lab of Dr. Sam Iyengar, a research scientist who will use state-of-the-art analytical equipment in an attempt to define the cause of the B-25 crash.
We're here amidst the majestic hills of Orange County at Dr. Sam's lab. We brought a lot of material back from Kelso for Dr. Sam to analyze. We brought back soil samples to see if there was any anomalous material in the soil. We also brought back the rubber gasket from the fuel tank of that B-25. We want to see if a mechanical failure, specifically the electrical fire that one of the tech sergeants talked about, caused the gas tank explosion that brought the B-25 down.
The team is rejoined by MIT scientist Dr. Ted Ackworth, who has just completed testing on the reported UFO debris sample from Maury Island.
Pat dove in Maury Island, Washington State, and most of the rock that he found was rock like this, which is sedimentary rock, very common in that area. He actually found something a little more interesting, which I can imagine he'd be pretty excited about. This sample here is actually very light. It's obviously very different from the rock that you see on that area, color and weight. You see these bubbles are vesicular texture, which is consistent with what you might see with a metal that had been overheated and aerated. So it's something that could look like this slag.
So my knife, it's got this little bump right here, right?
Heated and
It's got this to break the window.
UFO. What it actually is, though,
so you
is
just
igneous rock. It's rock that was formed by volcanic activity and bringing igneous rock up towards the surface from the mantle. I don't believe that it's
fire department,
but I could see how Pat might have suspected it. It could have been.
Oh, commercial. Oh, let's eat this fortune cookie. I got the munchies.
The news and alerts you trust.
I'm gonna deal with that joint.
Social media. Bloomberg Government Social Media Monitoring lets you track the policy conversations you need to know about, all from one place. It's never been easier to get ahead of developing issues.
It could have been.
In search of more results, the team heads for the lab.
Hey Sam, how you doing? Good to see you again, Sam. This is Dr. Sam Iyengar.
Your biggest battle will be won with the help of others.
Anomalies, This is the first time that this type of scientific precision has been publicly applied to a UFO investigation.
We'll take measurements off of these samples and look for anything that's anomalous, that's unexplainable. We had a number of soil samples from the site. We had a piece of metal, we believe it was aluminum, and then we had a piece of rubber that we also think was a fragment from the crashed aircraft.
Most of the material you can identify. You know, it's a question of whether it's anomalous or whether it's normal.
We ran a number of conventional metallurgical tests, standard in the industry, transmissive X-ray. We're bombarding the sample with infrared light.
You look at the molecular vibrations.
We did a couple of X-ray diffraction measurements. We did a scanning electron microscope measurements. With this system, we're actually passing X-rays through the material. I think the tests we've run are comprehensive and they're the right tools for the job. We just need to get lucky and find a sample that has the evidence in that sample.
After completing the tests, the results show an interesting trend.
I took a little sample from the serrated edge of this aluminum piece and then analyzed it by diffraction method. And you can see here's the XRD pattern for it.
So the sample of aluminum generated aluminum and aluminum oxide.
Yes, it's a corroded, yeah.
Aluminum oxide is the result of aluminum combining with oxygen, a chemical reaction that results from corrosion or exposure to a high-temperature heat source. All test results show that an extremely hot fire broke out aboard the B-25. This seems to go against another theory, that this was an explosion caused by the gas tank. Next, Dr. Iyengar analyzes soil samples collected by the team from around the crash site.
Here are the X-ray diffraction patterns for the four soils. The one near the engine and 5 meters away from the crash, they look almost the same, you know, except why is it sharp? The sharpness in a diffraction is due to the increased crystallinity. One of the ways of increasing the crystallinity is heating.
The crystallinity of the sample underscores how intense the heat was and how all four soil samples were affected. But the bigger question still remains. What might have caused the fire that brought the plane down?
If someone simply tells me, oh, maybe there was a spark on the plane, okay, well, I have questions then. You know, how did the spark happen?
Is it possible that this alleged slag material, through some sort of intensive radiation or magnetic field or thermal event, could have brought this airplane down? I'm not sure. We're going to go back to the lab and run some tests.
The team heads to the lab of researcher John Tindall, who demonstrates how a piece of metallic slag could have a disastrous effect on the mechanical and electrical systems of the B-25.
This is a very close approximation of what that slag might have been or might have looked like. And because it has some ferrous metal in it, it could be magnetic. But what we have here is a relay, such as you might find on that airplane. In fact, there's probably dozens of them on the airplane. Now, if they set that slag down or moved it during flight, it's possible that a magnetic field could come and defeat the relay.
As the magnet approaches the relay, the switch fails. If the reported UFO debris was magnetically charged, it would have affected multiple switches and motors inside the B-25. A failing relay could also put the B-25's electrical system in jeopardy.
Now, the B-25 had 120 amps of power to run everything from the turrets to starter motors to whatever, and they all were controlled by relays. What we have set up here is a situation where we can create a dead short, such as if a motor or something went fluid.
So you're running 120 amps through a 20 amp circuit. Meaning the circuit wouldn't be able to handle that it's being overloaded.
I think you can be the judge of that. As you can see, the wire was literally vaporized.
John has one more theory. He's demonstrated how highly magnetic slag could have affected both the electrical and the mechanical systems of the plane. But is it possible that the very composition of the slag itself caused the plane to crash?
All right, I'm going to use a arc welder to spark this slag off, much as might have happened that night with the B-25.
Stand by. Okay, look. Whoa. Whoa. Wow. So that is burning slag. And look at how it's smoldering.
Right.
Still. Well, would that burning slag be of a temperature that would eat through the aluminum
on
This slag, it's around 4,000 degrees that slag is burning.
And aluminum melts at
1,200 degrees.
Aluminum is one of the main components in the fuselage steel.
Anyways, we're gonna go to sleep now. We would like to thank everyone for dipping in and dipping out, and I'm tired, so we will catch you guys tomorrow.
Could have been a reaction similar to this.
Is this the same type of aluminum that the fuselage will be made out of, or the wings, or?
Same kind of aluminum. You know, these are all things that, in the right combination,
Have a good night,
can
everyone.
be very combustible. And
All right, loving you guys.
Thermic reaction.
Stay by.
The flaggers.